Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. It has happened! XLS30, the Automated Market Maker, or AMM for short, is live. And this is one of those things where I just think long term, it's just one more thing that's going to help to ensure the long-term viability of XRP and the XRP ledger. And it's one more thing that will make the XRP ledger that much more desirable to build on top of. I mean, you can tokenize whatever the hell you want on the XRP ledger, of course, but as is frequently the case, there's liquidity issues. I'd argue that most large cap coins aren't like that liquid, right? Because even 15 years into this asset class, it's still kind of close to its infancy, right? I would say so. It's going to be way, way, way bigger fast forward a decade or two or three. And so then if you consider individual coins tokenized on the XRP ledger itself via the decentralized exchange, if you want a bunch of something, you might result in some slippage, right? So you now have the automated market maker and should help alleviate some of that. And it's based on what I've read to this point, and I haven't tinkered with this myself yet, admittedly. From what I've read, including stuff from David Schwartz, and I'll share with you a little bit from what he had to say, it seems like it's going to make it much more attractive for DeFi projects and even non-financial services if you're building anything. This should make it more desirable. Not literal. I mean, there are certain applications specifically, but I know a lot of people, and this is always the case, thought, well, when this thing goes live, it's just going to send the price of XRP soaring. And I don't know that most people actually believe that, but I did see some of that on social media. I saw some people on social media platform X kind of disappointed that the price of XRP didn't just go, I'm not surprised. You got to understand here, like, it's the same people in the same crypto ecosystem doing their stuff. Most people paying attention to, dog whiff hat and stupid ass meme coins. What would make you think that most of the people, given that we're not getting a bunch of new retailers on board now, there are some, but given that that's not broadly what's happening here, what makes you think that there would just be this sudden influx of people jumping into XRP specifically because of this? Like, do they even know this happened? Like, we in the XRP community are aware of this. Are the rest of crypto participants not in our community even aware of this? No. And it's not making gigantic news, but you should care about it because you can generate income with your XRP. And I do want to talk about that. This will allow you, the everyday XRP holder, to generate a passive income just by offering up XRP as liquidity. And so, and you can see right here, this is just from XRPL.org. I've highlighted this in the past here. Create an automated market maker. An automated market maker can be an efficient way to facilitate exchanges between two assets while earning its liquidity providers passive income. And then they provide a tutorial for such. But here's a little bit of what David Schwartz had to say. XLS30 live on mainnet. AMM integration on XRP ledger is here. And I thought it'd be worth sharing just a little bit of what he had to write here about this. Given that he is one of the creators of the XRP ledger and Ripple CTO, of course. The integration of the automated market maker into the XRP ledger has finally arrived, bringing with it a new paradigm for liquidity and trading on the network. The XRPL Decentralized Exchange, or DEX for short, currently provides liquidity exclusively by manual market making and central limit order books, or CLOB for short, which sounds really satisfying. CLOB. The all-new integration adds a non-custodial AMM as a native feature to the XRPL DEX, which offers an opportunity to earn returns to those who provide liquidity to the AMM and decreases slippage when trading the long tail of tokens. Yeah, and so obviously if there's more liquidity, then there would be less of an opportunity for slippage. So again, that's just one of the benefits here. And that's the type of stuff that'll make it more desirable to build stuff on the XRP ledger. If you're tokenizing something, that's a boost right out the gate, right? You have an entire thriving ecosystem. It's been around for over a decade, but this should amp it up. Not all in one go, but over a long period of time. Yes, this is one of those things that I do believe. It's exciting because it will help to ensure the long-term viability of XRP and the XRP ledger and draw in more developers. It should happen. It's going to be a slow drip over a span of years and decades, but it materially matters. I do believe that. And by the way, I am I might start playing with this. So here's the deal, though. I have my XRP, which I've been holding for over 6 years. I stopped accumulating as of October 2020 because it's my largest holding, even by a lot, even today. Even though I bought a bunch of other stuff since then, it's big. But I set up strict rules for myself when it comes to investing in crypto. Once I buy stuff, I don't touch it. It's allocated for just being held and doing nothing until I'm enticed to sell. That's it. There are no exceptions. I'm very strict with myself on this. So if I'm going to do this, I will have to, if I'm going to start tinkering with this, which I've been thinking about, it's just, I'm so busy, and then it's not going to change my strategy for this bull market, but I am curious, admittedly. Like, I am curious because if this is what I'm hoping it is, this could make, for like over the long haul, like this actually could be of material significance, like to me personally, if I offer up liquidity over a span of, like, what if I do over a span of decades? But what I want to do first is I'd have to purchase new XRP, because again, the XRP I'm holding now, it's allocated to do nothing until I sell. That's it. I'm very strict about that. But I've considered just buying a small bit just so I could start playing around with this thing myself and see how it works. And plus, on top of that, even though in all likelihood everything's fine and the code works, when something's brand new right at the gate, do you want to put your life savings into it? Not that you should do that anyway, but just in case there's a bug, I think no. So if you're talking about playing with small amounts and then letting it develop a track record, make sure it's success, and then you can have a higher level of confidence that there's not some sort of crippling bug that's going to make you lose all of your monies. Yeah. And so I am genuinely interested in perhaps even for myself doing this, but I'm going to admittedly need to dabble a little bit with this first and get comfortable with it and understand on a more personal level exactly how that works. It's the same thing jumping into crypto. Like, even though I hadn't done sufficient research yet, I started buying cryptocurrency just because I wanted to play around with the exchanges, see how it worked, just kind of dip my toe in the water. That's what I'm thinking I want to do here, because it sounds promising. There's a reason that David Schwartz and so many others are so excited about this. It's a real thing. Like, you can make a ton of money on this. So I might be more enticed to, especially after the bear market, once I've made my money, assuming things don't go off the rails here, and I actually finally do get my life-changing wealth in my third bull market in crypto, it would be. And this is one of the things where and I'll be talking about it on YouTube if I do this, putting a more meaningful amount into this thing. But again, I need to dip my toes in the water and get some experience with it firsthand. That's reasonable, right? Don't just jump in whole hog here. And then David Schwartz also wrote, while XLS30 represents a significant moment and a landmark in the XRP ledger's evolution, it is also only an initial step towards bolstering the broader DeFi ecosystem. Designed as a native protocol, XLS30 allows developers to integrate with the AMM and establish their own trading and liquidity provision interfaces. Ultimately, the success of XLS30 will be determined by the broader ecosystem and the readiness of DeFi leaders in the space to attract liquidity and utilize the new functionality. The excitement is certainly building. That's certainly true. And I don't want to read this whole thing, but I did want to jump down to here because he was talking about use cases and applications. And this is typically the case in situations like this. It's more conceptual and kind of broad. And so in terms of specifically what would be built, we're going to have to let time pass and see what people actually do. But it's very clear the potential is there, and David Schwartz firmly believes that. So he has two categories that he writes about here: financial applications and non-financial integration. So under financial applications, he writes the following. The integration of the AMM or on XRPL opens up exciting possibilities for financial applications. Developers can create DeFi services like trading platforms, yield farming applications, and more that leverage the efficiency and liquidity of AMM pools. The ability to easily swap assets and provide liquidity directly on the ledger enhances user experiences and can drive adoption of a variety of services. And then under non-financial integrations, he wrote the following. Beyond financial applications, the AMM functionality can enhance non-financial XRPL applications by simplifying transactions that involve asset exchanges. For example, platforms offering NFTs or other digital goods can integrate AMM to facilitate seamless asset swaps, improving the user journey and expanding the use cases for their offerings. So we'll see how that manifests itself, but this is the starting point. That's just happened. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm excited about it. I'm curious to, of what the actual experience is. I'm sure that some of you listening by now actually have, even though most people probably haven't yet. This is a real thing. Like David Schwartz has been talking about this for and not just him, so many in the community. But I mean, to see David Schwartz getting excited about this, I remember half a year ago, he was asked in an interview, he's like, so what do you think the most exciting thing is going on in basically the XRP ecosystem? And he's like, the upcoming automated market maker, assuming that it was to get passed, which we now know it did. So, and there's reasons for this. He doesn't normally just speak about that about random stuff here. And so there is this headline. This is from March 11th of this year. Passive income with XRP, Ripple CTO provides clarity. David Schwartz, Ripple CTO, recently clarified the prospect of generating passive income with XRP in the upcoming XRP ledger AMM. Schwartz's comments came in response to a disclaimer presented by prominent XRPL DUNL validator VET. Notably, there have been reports on the numerous benefits that the upcoming AMM could bring to the XRP ledger community, including the opportunity to earn passive income. And folks, that is true. You legitimately can earn a steady stream passive income. It's not the same as if you're staking, though, and that's what VET was getting at. So let me just continue through this. As the AMM amendment secures the minimum validator consensus threshold again, VET deemed it necessary to comment on this prospect. According to him, the upcoming AMM would not provide passive income for XRP investors just for holding their tokens. And so, folks, he's not saying that there wouldn't be passive income. He's saying that you wouldn't get it just for holding the tokens. It's not the same as staking. That's what he's getting at. He emphasized that investors would need to provide liquidity by handing out their XRP tokens to any AMM instance. These XRP tokens would be available as liquidity for market participants looking to trade on the AMM. Notably, VET's disclosure aimed to debunk claims that XRP investors could secure passive income by holding their XRP tokens instead of depositing them in liquidity pools. In response, a proponent questioned whether being a liquidity provider does not present passive income opportunities. The Ripple CTO chimed in, clarifying that while investors could earn passive income for simply providing liquidity, the mechanics involved with the AMM's passive income opportunity are not the same as what market participants witness with traditional staking. And according to Schwartz, when it comes to passive income generation, different mechanisms come into play, and they operate in different ways. In the case of XRP, if you want to generate passive income using the AMM system, you would need to trade your XRP for claims against the AMM pools. While you can reclaim XRP on demand, the amount that you get back may not necessarily be the same as what you put in. And by the way, just to be clear, they're talking in terms of United States dollars. So let me get a little bit further here because they're getting at impermanent loss. And in addition to that, I'll also say before I forget, this is another reason that I would not take my existing XRP and use it here. I think there would be tax implications. I need to talk to my accountant, but if you're talking about handing out that XRP for liquidity pool, I'm assuming that it resets the clock, at least here in the United States. But I don't know that definitively, but it sounds like that would be because there are actual transactions. I don't know why it wouldn't be, to be honest. Like I can't think of a reason it wouldn't reset the clock in that sense. So I ain't doing with that I ain't doing that with my hodl bag. Let's just say that. But anyway, piece continues. While you can reclaim XRP on demand, the amount you get back may not necessarily be the same as what you put in. In other words, this process involves a level of risk, and you should be aware of it before proceeding. The AMM operates under a different mechanic than staking, so it's important to understand the differences. The differences between the two, if you're considering generating passive income from XRP. Another proponent sought clarification, citing Schwartz's previous comments, in which he assured that users would always get back what they put into the liquidity pools. Responding to this, the Ripple CTO clarified that it depends on what the individual defines as value. And this is where it gets to the nuts and bolts of this. Like, what's risk? The risk of impermanent loss? Well, check this out. Notably, while market participants could get back more XRP than they invested into the liquidity pool if XRP's value collapsed when their assets were in the pool, they would receive less worth for XRP despite getting more of a quantity of XRP. This is the concept of impermanent loss. Yeah, so it depends. You could end up with more XRP, but what's that worth in United States dollars? So in the end, it could be worth in United States dollars or whatever your fiat currency is less, but in this hypothetical, you'd have more XRP. And so it's kind of like, do you believe XRP will be worth more or less over time? Because having more XRP over time, to me, sounds appealing. which is why I wouldn't worry about the volatility. Like if I tinker with this thing and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome, and I want to do it, and then I gain confidence, and it's been more battle tested after some more time has passed, because I would want more time to pass before I put meaningful money into this. I want the code out there, make sure that I can reasonably be confident there's not bugs, and I have no reason to think there's bugs now, but I want time to pass. I want it to be tested. I mean, let that happen. I'd be certainly willing to put more money in, and I wouldn't worry about impermanent loss, because I'm a long-term thinking type of guy. Like that's just the way I look at it. I'm not concerned about that in the least. And even if I sell all my XRP, I'm gonna buy back in once the market peaks, and then we go back into a disastrous bear market, which is an inevitability. It's not that that's going to be happening anytime soon. We need to have new all-time highs first. We need the fun part first. But yeah, I'd be interested in this for sure. So lots more to learn. This is brand new though. This just happened Friday, so lots more to learn. If you guys have tinkered with this thing personally, I'd just be really curious and love to hear your perspective. If you want to share some comments in the comment section below, I'd be very curious to hear what your experiences have been. But again, if I do need to finally buy some new XRP, which I haven't done in over 3 years. So, but yeah, I could buy a small bag and start messing with it and see how it goes. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.